what's happened over the last several years is I've been led in various directions in the spiritual side of things. And after coming into this world, a little bit of an unknown quantity, I've discovered that the past exercise of me being an engineer sort of disappeared. And so my existence after I had a major car accident was quite different to previously. And many of you are probably aware of the fact that there are a lot of people that walk into this world via means that are different to birth. And that's happened to me. And it took a long time to get to a point where I understood what it was all about. I don't have any understanding from a logical point of view. I have lots of understanding from where I came from. And one of the things that kept me going while I was getting used to actually living here was a continuous communication from the other side and from my source. That communication took many forms, much of which was the voice in the head, much of which was writing, and a lot of verbal channeling, but in private. And it's only recently that I've got to a point where that verbal channel has become rather boisterous and said, it's about time you spoke to people. But to do that, it was necessary to change the normal channeling arrangement so that people could have access to everything that I had access to, not just one person. And so my great ally that's been with me all along is called Simeon. His name came through some time ago, but I sort of neglected that. And then I was introduced back to the fact that Simeon's the voice inside, the person that sat beside me all the time, the person that made everything happen for me. But he had to be clarified a lot, in as much as he is not one source. He channels whatever's needed to me. And so it's like a relay team. And the big difference with inviting other entities in directly and inviting their energies in through Simeon is that we're like twins, and what happens to Simeon happens to me, and what happens to me happens to Simeon. So he manages to organise a two-way transmission. And they've worked with me quite solidly over the last 12 months to make sure that they can get back from you what your feelings are at the same time as they're passing feelings through to you. So the whole essence of this channel is to give you connection to your source and to whatever area you need to go to. And while I'm sitting here, I feel the various energies go to various people. So the words are important, but not as important as the transmission. So what we'll start off with is just to get you all relaxed, and we'll carry on from the healing session. I'll just take this coat off, temperature's going up. And I'll just call on Simeon. I'll just call on Simeon to join us. Good afternoon. This is Simeon. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for the open connection that you've given me. It's much easier to connect in this atmosphere than it is in a normal forum. The flow that comes backwards and forwards is quite immense. And it takes a lot of load off Robert to have your cooperation the way we've got it. One of the things we always like to talk about, and you'll notice I move from I to we, because as Simeon, I sort of disappear out of the road as well from time to time. And you'll hear me speak, and then you'll hear we speak. And you'll find there'll be different characters come through as well, but no introduction. So I'll let them come back. And what we would like to talk about each time we come through to people is the simplicity of life. One of the major problems in life, in your life on earth, is the fact that you've forgotten about its simplicity. And it's all right for us to say it's simple, but what we like to do is tell you what it is first, and then we'll talk about how it is for you. The simplicity of life is such that you never need to fix anything, that you never have to make anything work. That simplicity is in the laughter of little children, in the joy of life, and in the freedom of nature. The simplicity and the beauty of everything that is always there, and the simplicity in the fact that if you stop anything, it will gradually come back to normal. If you stop damaging yourself, you will come back to normal. The universe creates continually and repairs every day. And so there's nothing that can stay there over 24 hours unless you rebuild it. And so you don't have to fix anything, and you don't have to repair anything, and you don't have to get better. You already are perfect. Now we've said that, we'll go back and let Simeon talk about your everyday world. So you see, it's all straightforward. But when I sit here and look at everybody, it's not so straightforward. The simplicity that the source provides for us is not necessarily what we gather. In living in this world, we have the opportunity to either live connected to spirit or live connected to our activities. And in living connected to our activities, the name of the play world comes up. And in living connected to spirit, the name of the world of the Creator comes up. And both those are available to us at all times. And so when you get information from your source, from above or from spirit, that information is based on the perfect world, because that's all they know. The play world, or the world that you live in most of the time, only you know. And so the reason for this type of channeling is so that we can bridge the gap between the two. It's all very well to say, well, just invite yourself into the world of your Creator, where everything is perfect. And logically, you know that's correct. But the question always comes back, how? And the answer is always, well, you know how. Because there is no method. And so what I want to do is reveal to you how simple it is to invite yourself into the world of your Creator. At critical times in life, the birth of a child, a happy event, a major disaster, a breakdown, you're always catapulted into that perfect state where you can survive no matter what. You're always catapulted into that perfect state where everything fits. And you're always made safe. It's only just before and just after that you even know anything about pain. At the time when something critical happens to us, our concern disappears and our natural state of being jumps into play. That natural state of being is perfect. And so when the information comes to you to say that there is such a thing as perfection, you don't have to do anything to make it happen. That perfection is already there. The only thing that's needed is a decision as to whether you're going to live in the world of spirit, in the world of your Creator, or you're going to live in the world of activity and the world of play. If you live in the world of play, you can't see very well into that perfect world of your Creator. It's very, very difficult to see. And what you do see is very difficult to explain. And if you try to explain what all the colours of the rainbow are when you've got blue glasses on, you'll get it wrong. And so explaining from a point of restriction, which is the play world, is very, very difficult. And so that's why it's much easier for us to explain when you're in this state of connection with Spirit. And we can say most definitely that if you decide to live in the place you are now, totally disconnected from the play world, sitting in the world of perfection, then you can stay there and you'll get better at it. And you'll enjoy it more and more and more. And you can also look out at what used to be your problems. And you can look out from this perfect world and they don't look the same. All the things that worry you during the day really have nothing of value when you're connected to Spirit. And so the feedback that we get from you is extremely important in the selection of our words. It's important that we don't tell you what to do. It's important that you take no notice of us. And it's extremely important that you find for yourself that perfection in every moment of your life. To find that perfection, you stop hiding it. You stop doing the things that prevent you feeling it. You don't try to make yourself better. In all the work over many, many thousands of years, we've all worked to improve ourselves. And we've all got closer to our natural state. But our natural state has never changed. Behind all the variations and all the change in the world and all the change in the universe is total, fixed solidarity. If you look at any part of the world, you'll notice that it's always different. Look at nature, it's always different. But there are common things that never change. You look out to the sea and it's always different. But the thing that doesn't change is the water's always there. It may move and it may change, but there's water there. And there's trees there. So that is the solid thing behind the movement. That is the creation. The solid thing behind your life is you. The solid thing behind everything in your nature is you. Not your mind or your body or your thoughts, but you. The you that is universal. The you that remembers. The you that can come across the other side with us and visit as you are now. The you that is totally aware that you're sitting in two places at the moment, and maybe more. The you that knows it's in a body but also knows it's sitting right next to its creator. And the you that can look down on the stars, or be on the other side of the room, or be in another country, without any problem at all. That is the solid basis of each person. And when I talk about you can see that there is no way that you can share you. You can share your life, all parts of it, but you can't share you, and you can't share the life that was given to you. You can share the results of it, you can share the effect of it. You can share the glow, you can share the combination with another. But your life and you are the backbone of your whole existence and have been from more than day one. And when I talk to you, you know me. And you don't have to have a name, and I don't have to have a name. And you know one another. And you start to feel one another. And you know much, much more than ever you could put into a brain. And so the time that you spend here on earth is to experience exactly what I'm talking about. This is the best place in all the universe to experience the universe, to experience your God, to experience you, to experience the beauty of nature, the beauty of a child, the beauty of yourself.